Welcome to Dr. Reese Live, Tuesdays at 6 p.m. Eastern. We've been live for 3 years, same time, same place. I want to shout out everyone that's been buying tickets to the meet and greet, June 7th. We have decided that this is going to be the last one for the public. And so moving forward, it'll be membership only. So the peakers and seekers are, they need to become members in order to get these perks, I guess you can say. So this will be the last meet and greet for public. June 7th. So go to drkevinreese.com and think about getting a ticket. It's the last time. All right. I'm joined by all the coaches and Sean. Coach Sean, are you there?
Right here.
All right. What do you have for me?
So I've got this question a couple of times throughout calls with new members or just new members. And most were asking, why does head to toe healing take a year?
Well, healing is a verb. It's a process. It's a river. It moves. It doesn't stand still. The way this system is designed, it's about getting your symptom score. So when you get a head to toe analysis, you get your symptom score. Let's just say it's a 32. Okay? Anything that's a 30 and up is considered a hot mess. Anything 5 and below is considered pretty darn healthy. So let's just say you have a 32. Okay? Now that 32 is not going to come down underneath the 5 in 1 month. It's not going to come down underneath the 5 in 2 months or 3 months. It's going to take time. The big miracles that we see do tend to happen in the first 4 months. But that's why we have the symptom score, to provide a gauge. Because if you don't have that gauge, you really don't know what direction you're going in. You don't want to be deceived and say, let's say you've had tinnitus for 10 years and you no longer have it after 3 months with us. That's great. Congratulations. But what about your other symptoms? So it's about the score, not the diagnosis. You never want to get caught up in the diagnosis. It's about the score. So if somebody has a 32, inside of those first 4 months, they might be able to bring that 32 down to a 22. And believe me, they're going to be very, very, very happy and motivated and hopeful. And they're going to believe and they're going to have that trust. And that's a big part of healing, is when you believe and you have that trust. So then you put in more work. You keep the head to toe healing going. And then all of a sudden that 22 may come down to a 12. Maybe it takes another 4 months. Maybe it takes another 6 months. So that's why it's really important that head to toe healing is given a year to see where your symptom score is after a year. And we encourage our members to check their symptom score every 4 months. Every 4 months, you should check your symptom score and have your P-raise done, which we're going to be implementing soon with Sean, Coach Sean. Little tidbit there. A little more value we're going to be providing, okay? You guys read Peace Over Pain. You remember the P-raise, okay? It's a little bit different than the analysis because you're comparing. You want to be able to look at your photos from 4 months ago and say, oh my gosh, look at my back. You know, my hump is gone, right? This is what head to toe healing is all about. It's watching everything kind of disappear over the months. And so you need those 12 months. That's why we just changed the membership for new people. It's mandatory year. They can do month to month on month 13 and up, but not the first 12 months. You're locked in for 12 months, like a program. So really important stuff. And that's why head to toe healing is a whole year, Sean. Does any of our members have anything to add to that? Tamara, maybe you can field member comments. And of course, peekers and seekers out in social land. If you have any comments, feel free. And Sean can field that. You can also tell us where you're checking in from. That'd be cool. And if you've read the red book, put a red emoji up too. The red book. So to our members, do you agree that this takes time? Perhaps one of you had some miraculous symptoms disappear in the first whatever months, and then, 6 months later, something else went away. Tamara, do you have any comments? Is Tamara even there?
I was muted, sorry.
Oh, okay.
Stella has something to say. Stella, do you want to unmute yourself and come on and share?
Yes. Hi.
Hi, Stella.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, thank you.
I wanted to add a few things because this program is incredible only because you have the coach, besides everything else, the library, you have the coaches. You have incredible coaches that it's like so personalized because coaches these days for an hour, it's like $250, right?
Yeah.
So this program, you have incredible coaches like Gingy and Ryan and so many other here. And it's like you're cradled like a baby you're taken care of. Nobody else gives you so much attention.
Yeah.
Besides that, you have a huge library that you can take your time and listen and read. That's what I did. And I'm a score 3.
Mm.
And I don't even know more, maybe less now. But the library is such an amazing tool from nutrition, from exercises, from everything. So I recommend it. I recommend this program.
Thank you, Stella. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyone else, Tamara?
Paige has commented that head to toe healing is forever. It is forever. It's not just a year, it's forever.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, from a program standpoint, it's all about that first year to create a foundation for yourself. And then, of course, you want to perform head to toe healing for the rest of your life so that you don't need the medical monopoly outside of emergencies. That's the whole point. You only want to need the medical monopoly for emergencies.
Yep. Also, I mean, most people that have fitness programs, it's typically a 4-month program. Then what are you going to do? Go back to eating all the stuff you ate before and stop working out? So it's the
Right.
same with this. It's lifestyle,
Right.
you know, and mindset is a big part of it,
Indeed.
you know. Does anyone have any things, any wins, any improvements this week that they like to share? Or comment in the chat if you don't want to.
Hi,
Come on.
Tamara.
Hi, who is this? Who's this?
It's
Where are you?
Priscilla. Priscilla, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you. How are you?
I'm wonderful. Hello,
There you are.
everyone. Yes.
Hi.
Hi. I also have my sister-in-law on the phone.
Hi,
And,
sister-in-law.
Yeah, she's not on any social media. And I've been explaining to her about the program, telling her all the wins, you know, that I've been through, and also about other women and men in the program. But I told her that it's more women than men, of course, because we are caretakers, so on and so forth. You know, so, and she's just battling so much stuff as we speak. And I spoke with her yesterday, and I told her, I said, you know, I sent her the red book as well, but I told her, I said, you know, you come on at 6 Eastern time, her time, and 5 p.m. my time, and I would, you know, get her on. So she's unable to get on, but I have her on my house phone as we speak, so she's listening in. And I
Okay.
told her, you know, I'm like, you have to want it. You have to want to get better. And she know all that I've been through, you know, unable to eat because of H. pylori, so on and so forth. And here I am now, a living witness, you know, from where I come from. And so, you know, I'm like, I need to speak up now so she can get healed because, you know, I love her dearly. And I'm like, I don't want you to go down this path. You know, there's help out here for you. And I know she's afraid, you know, because I was at first,
Right.
you know, it's trust issues and stuff like that because I have, you know, gone through so many programs. But I'm like, this is it. You know, this is what I prayed for. And I went back and forth with it. You know that, Dr. Reese, because it took me a while to make a decision. But it kept leading me right back to you guys. I'm like, okay, Father, this is it. And I tried it. And here I am today, a living witness, you know, telling my sister-in-law and so many other people that it worked. And the medical monopoly is just not, you know, what they call themselves to be. So I wanted to get online and I wanted to say this because I have her on the phone. And if this is the way that she can believe and, you know, and get her some help, you know, so that's why I wanted to share because I have some wins and I'm excited. I'm glad I found you all and she can have some hope.
Thank you, Priscilla. And I appreciate you attempting to help someone else and using the Red Book as that pamphlet, so to speak. And, you know, that's why I wrote it. So, yeah. See if we can get her in.
Awesome. Yep. See, sis, her name is Louise. She'll be giving you a call soon.
I say geez Louise all the time. You see that? I manifested her.
Thanks, guys, for all y'all do, all that you do.
Thank you for sharing.
Thank you, Priscilla. Thank you.
Yes.
May I share?
Yes.
Yes.
Hello, Doctor.
Hi.
Tie your paw.
Yes, sir. Hello, Ryan. I'm busy working on my questionnaire for Thursday, so you can start a file with me. I started the gut protocol Saturday, so I'm on my 4th day. But my win is this morning I was on my way to work and I had to stop at the convenience store, and I jumped out of the truck. I usually fall out of the truck. And then I got to work and I did it again, and I'm like, what's going on? So that's my little win.
You're healing. That's what's going on.
I've probably lost a couple of conditions. The constipation is going well. I also started the diatomaceous earth. I took 1 tablespoon last night and 1 this morning. So, and for the most part, half doses on the protocol for
Keith, tell me more about the getting out of the truck.
Well, I have kind of a Tundra, and it's lifted a little bit, not grossly, but I have steps to get in and a grab bar. but usually I kind of slide over and just fall to the ground. But I jumped out of the truck and landed on my feet and was gone. And
It's so
so,
subtle, right? It's so
yeah,
subtle.
yes, yeah,
It happens in this membership all the time. Something so subtle like tying your shoelaces or getting out of a truck. And sometimes you don't realize it until after it happens. And you're like, wait a second. Oh my gosh. Change.
so I was at the mindfulness Sunday, talking a little bit, and I'm just really excited. You talk about intuition. I've kind of been intuitively picking the right things to help myself. I've been on the trace mineral additive in my water for quite a while, and doing a few other things, kind of like a mad chemist. Um, I always used to joke about that. I love to cook. I'm a bread maker, so I'm a gluten um, recovering gluten.
Yeah, I bet.
And the other thing yesterday you mentioned about sugar and how when you stop eating it, how much water retention is. So I've been going through that for like 2 days, and today wasn't so bad, but it was like every 20 minutes I had to go to the bathroom. I'm like, what the heck's going on?
Mm,
And then I saw your video, and I'm like, okay, I'm right where I'm supposed to be.
yeah.
So that's the beautiful thing. I feel like I'm really right where I'm supposed to be. So thank you.
You're definitely where you're supposed to be, Keith. I can't wait to hear about your progress as we go.
And I'll see you June 7th.
Excellent.
Yep.
Excellent. Can't wait to shake your hand, Keith.
Yeah, me too. Me too. All of you. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's see, I'm just going to share a comment. So Paige had commented that mindfulness might be the most challenging part.
Oh, Paige, that's absolutely true.
Yep.
So when you think about the nutrition aspect, you know, you get a protocol worked out. You take the four foods out, and you just kind of follow a script. It's pretty easy, actually. Once you overcome the addictions, which is usually the first month, it's pretty easy. The alignment therapy, also pretty easy, although it's uncomfortable sometimes because you're pushing your muscles in a way that maybe they haven't been worked. But for the most part, you just follow along, right? The mindfulness? I do my best to give you a script to follow, but ultimately, it's very hard for people because you have to actually watch your mind. And most of you have never done that before. A lot of people don't know that there was anything to watch in the first place. So, you know, the practice of mindfulness training or awareness training or inner work or whatever you'd like to call it is very, very difficult. Especially if you're older, because you have more programming. The older you are, the more programming you have. And so it's difficult. And that's why I brought on Gingy to do the class on Sundays to help out. And, you know, we might be rolling out some more intensive stuff soon. And we'll see. But it is difficult. And it's constant. The human brain has about 50,000 thoughts a day. So how do you contest that? But you guys are lucky. I didn't have anyone telling me this stuff when I first started. Or when I did, it was complicated. It was very complicated. but I simplified it for you. So if you just work the program, you'll be all right. Anything else, Tamara?
Felicia has a comment. She says, I find as much as the coaches are here for us, it's an all-you-can-eat buffet of information. This is also a self-serve program and empowers us as individuals to see what works and what isn't working, and then pivot if necessary, as well as the community that are all cheerleaders, just by showing up every week. Also, learning from each other's experience is amazing. Also, being in the program at this stage is great, and watching it grow.
Yeah, Felicia said it as well said as it can be said right there. That's what it's about. And it has to be this way, because if we work one-on-one with people and, you know, we get hit with the threats and all that. And, yeah, we just got another threat. What, 2 days ago was that, Levi?
Yeah.
if you guys only saw what was, but it, you know, we do our best to protect ourselves, and I think the membership does it quite nicely. Versus before, when we had the clinic, you know, maybe we were kind of dancing on the edge.
Just a little.
Just a little. But now, you know, it's in a group setting, and I knew it was going to work. It's working. It's working. If you put in the work and you do what you're supposed to do, it's going to happen. One of the problems is people are so programmed that they need their expert. Like, they need their expert, and in this case, that expert's called a doctor. That people feel comfort with their doctor. What I'm trying to teach is that you don't need your expert. You are the head to toe healer. You heal yourself. We're just tour guides. We show you around the theme park. But you have to hop on the ride and maybe throw up on yourself. You know? But we teach you how to do it. So many people, one of the biggest questions we get is, how do I work with you? How do I make an appointment? You don't. You really don't.
You make a commitment.
Yeah, you make a commitment. You make the commitment. You don't need me at all. I don't even know why I'm still here.
That's a wrap, folks.
That's it.
That Levi?
Yeah, that's Levi in the back. Yeah.
We
Can I
have
say something?
yes.
It's Liz. Liz again.
Hi, Liz.
I just wanted to say that I've done like 3 double shifts, probably in about the last 5 days. And I've got a 4th one on Thursday. And the energy I've got is unbelievable. I just can't believe it, the difference than say 3 months ago.
Yeah.
It really is quite unbelievable. And you talk about getting in and out of cars. I'm a community care nurse, and on a double shift, I get in and out of the car probably about 25 times. And getting in and out of the car is so much easier. Everything's so much easier.
Yeah.
And I sort of bounce around now rather than crawl around. And it's amazing because I've just done the digestive protocol, just finished that. So whatever that's done, it obviously it's made a big difference. And I haven't even started the 90-day yet. I'm looking forward to doing that very shortly. And Ryan knows what my problems are. And obviously, like you were saying, I've got a lot of other problems, but I mean, the fact and the psychological side of it as well, that's helped me loads, even in the last 2 or 3 weeks. I'm able to take challenges on much more easily, focus on things much more easily, make decisions much more easily, despite the fact I've still got other problems. But the difference is just incredible. And the posture alignment is brilliant. So I'd like to thank everybody for that. And I'd like to say to Sean that that last one he did, that helped me loads. I don't know what was going on in it, but that really helped me a lot.
Nice
It
job,
was quite
Sean.
basic. Sean, it was quite basic, but it was very good. And also, obviously, Sue and Rain. Rain is really, really good as well. I haven't done hers this week, but I missed it. But yeah, it is amazing. It really is.
Very good.
So there you are.
Well, you're in the right place, and you see
I
better
am.
too. So
Oh God, I can see now. I can see without my glasses to drive as well. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's other things, like you say, it's so subtle that the things just like come and go, and you sort of think, oh my God, that's improved as well. But
yeah,
it's just like the main things, you know, that you really, I really sort of so thankful to everybody for everybody. Even Levi there in the background.
I knew it was
Everybody.
coming.
even Levi.
Everybody. Yeah.
Thank you.
Tamara,
Thank you.
everybody. Yeah. Big thank you.
Thank you, Liz. Thank you.
We have another member who would like to stay off camera, but she wants to tell you that her husband has his smelling coming back after 3 years.
Has what coming back?
His smell, his sense of smell,
Okay.
has been gone, and it's coming back after 3 years.
Nice.
Yeah.
Very cool.
Tiger Pod just comment, I'm in California, lucky to have a work schedule that is over at 2:30 here and get home at 3. Paige had commented, not this girl, you absolutely have to believe that given the appropriate tools, your body can heal and stay healed with occasional tweaks.
Yes. That's it.
Carolyn wanted to say, I just want to add how this work is forever and how easy it is once a commitment is made.
The hard part is making the commitment.
Yeah.
The hard part is walking through the door.
So Felicia wants to ask you again about the mindfulness sleep meditation. She says, I am dozing off and then I get snatched right out of REM sleep because I hear, I am old. It's incredible because it happened to the bedtime meditation when it says, I forgive my mother, I forgive my father. It's like a little lullaby until I hear I am old. Can you explain why it's there? We're all wondering. Laugh out loud.
Levi, why is it there?
You say, I am old in the middle of it?
I can't give any secrets.
Sure does. You sure do. And I'm serious. I'm like asleep, like la 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 la, and then suddenly I'm like, what? Was that true? Like, did I just hear what I heard? And then I investigated, and it's there.
Yeah.
Can you explain? I know it's a mystery, but can you explain?
It's a mystery. We're going to keep it a mystery right now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, when can I find out?
In a year.
Okay.
What's the date? 5/6?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
All right. 5/6/26 is your day.
But I'm holding you to that.
Okay.
So May 6th.
Felicia, while I have your ear, thank you for setting up the groups.
Oh, you're welcome. I think we're having fun.
Yeah.
You might want to ask everybody else because I'm like biased, right? So
Yeah. I think we're going to have to set, is there a recipe one yet?
Yes.
Okay. That's gonna be that's gonna be expanding soon. There's gonna be more cookbooks.
Yes, we've got like recipes, and we've got personal care products in there. We're waiting for our dance moves.
Dance moves.
Our dance moves.
That's funny. I'm being interviewed on a podcast this Thursday, I believe, and the publicist asked me what my favorite song to dance to is.
Head to toe, I know. Why not? Lisa,
Not
Lisa.
Lisa and the Colt Jam. Not
Right.
Lisa.
Lisa.
Nickel Jam, yep.
Like, what's the matter with your hand? La, la, la. I don't know the word.
I said Bee Gees Staying Alive because that's just what came off my head at the moment.
Oh boy.
Anyway, what else you got, Tamara?
Colleen had just commented, I love having the other people throw questions too. Thanks, Felicia. Grandma Vicky, where do I learn more about Felicia groups? Felicia, can you maybe post in the chat? Grandma Vicky, you can give her, if you want, you can send her a private message to Felicia and give her your phone number, and she can give you an invite, I believe. Or maybe Felicia, you can reach out to Grandma Vicky. And Lisa also wants to be added.
Need their phone number. Okay, there.
Yeah.
I'll give her my phone number.
Just type it in the chat. You could send it to her.
Okay.
You're able to send private chats to people if you drop down here, just to let you know.
Yeah, don't put them in the. I just gotta intervene here. Just don't put them in the chat, the general chat. Just private message her because it's gonna show up on the live stream.
So,
Oh, yeah.
I think I'm one of your oldest here. I have a little problem with the computer.
Oh, you're going to delete that.
I'll reach out to you, Grandma Vicky.
Please do, Sean. Thank you. I'll sleep better now.
Oh. Yura is saying, I believe Mark has a win. Mark, you have a win? More wins, Mark?
Oh my gosh.
Uh-oh.
So last month I shared that I fired my regular primary care guy.
Mm-hmm.
So that was brilliant. Did not look back. Today I fired my dentist. So get this, I go in for my normal cleaning, but they had just texted me and they said, well, our hygienist is sick today. So could you come in a little bit later? And this is the same dentist that whenever I get an appointment reminder, they always threaten me with a $50 fee if I don't make an appointment. Well, I've been going there 35 years. I don't think I've ever missed an appointment. So that disrespect really pissed me off. So I go in today, and as I was getting ready to sit in the chair, I go, no, I'm out of here. I'm done.
Wow.
So then I said, I explained that disrespect thing, and I explained that I'm going to move on. I'm not going to get mad. I'm just going to go away. So then I've been researching today. I actually went directly to another provider, and then a family friend is also a dentist. So I got a message out for him to call me back. And so I don't know, maybe I don't even need a dentist. I'm sure I do, because I've been going religiously twice a year for 35 years. But Greg and Deb, who are my original providers, they're since long retired, and now I'm just going to move on. So I don't know. My eye doctor's coming up in a week or two. Maybe I'll have to fire her ass too. I don't know. I got to be a little careful with the vision thing with retinas and cataracts and all that. So, but just a final comment on the community. This community thing's a real deal. So you got my buddy Yura, who's literally halfway across the world, and my new buddy Keith, who's in California. So we're getting connected up. Us guys got to stick together. All the ladies are sticking together. We're all. I mean, this whole community is so powerful, and to the point that was mentioned twice, and I'll leave it at that today. The energy, it's like, I don't know what to do. You know, you're jumping out of your Tundra, and I'm jumping out of my little Tacoma, and you know, just don't know. I don't know where the energy's coming from. I really don't. I just can't hardly contain myself. So
Yeah.
just thank you so much. So powerful.
Well, you're healing, Mark, you know? And you're starting to feel like you don't need the medical monopoly.
Yeah, that's really been fun. But
It's liberating.
Yeah, it really is.
Yeah.
Thank you for sharing. Does anyone else have anything to share? I was just thinking as you were talking, Mark, I remember back when I was healing, I remember a little win for me was like, you know how you, in the morning, you're like putting your pants on? You put the one leg through and then you put the left leg through, but I'd fall over on the bed. I stopped doing that because my hips were getting better, my balance.
So
it was
subtle.
hard on the left leg. I was like, okay, come on. And I'd miss, you know?
Yeah, it's the subtle things that we don't, we just don't recognize.
Has anyone else had that? Like just find things like just putting on your pants or like tying your shoe or getting up off the floor?
My favorite is when all of a sudden somebody starts realizing that they just feel good, just overall, and they want to sing and they want to dance, or they go on a walk and they can't stop smiling, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
Those type of wins happen too.
For sure.
As you become more awake and more liberated.
I have something to say. This is Augustina.
Hi, Augustina. How are you?
Hi.
Hey, good. I was driving. I just got home, but oh, Lord, I work with children. I work with 3-year-olds in a school, in a daycare.
Oh, wow.
And jumping and running and dancing, and I cannot believe myself. I am 60, over 60, actually 64. But the teachers that are younger than me, they watch me and like, how you do all of this? I'm jumping, I'm running. And it's just the joy that I have now. I didn't have it before, because before I was always hurting. Like my waist is hurting, my knees are hurting.
Yeah.
But now I'm like one of those little kids. I run after them and I catch them and I throw them. And I'm doing so many things that I didn't used to do before. So this program here, it has helped me a lot. And I just don't know what to say. I came in with, when I had the check, what's it called? When you check all your problems.
Yeah,
what is it?
The analysis, yeah.
I was at 9, and it was just my shoulder that was hurting. So I was getting physical therapy for that. But now the shoulder is much, much better because of the exercises that we've been doing. And I tell my teachers, you guys need to join this group because it has changed me. It has changed. When I'm giving one of the books, the red book, to one of the teachers to read it, because they watch me like I'm crazy. They say, where do you get this energy from? So I have to ask Dr. Reese about it. But I'm so happy. And I thank all of you, Sean and Ryan, my Canadian friend, and all of you, Coach Sue, and all of them, Rain. I'm getting so much. I don't get to come on live a lot because I'll be coming home, but I usually go back and watch the replays and exercise. I exercise every morning before I go to work. I'm just happy. Yes, I'm very thankful. I appreciate all of you.
You're in the right place. Thank you for sharing.
Michelle was saying, I remembered a year ago that I signed up for Dr. Reese just for my undying acne. And now I do not have it anymore. And other symptoms are also disappearing. Thank you, Dr. Reese, and all coaches.
Awesome. Amazing.
Paige is saying, I'm waiting for the energy hit. That will be my win. It will happen.
Give it time.
Tiger Paw had just commented, that's called childlike wonder. Awesome.
That's right.
Denise, sounds like me, joy and acting like a child.
Become like children.
Yeah. Anybody else have any comments, wins, questions, anything they want to share, a story?
Tamara,
Yes.
it's me again.
Hi,
Liz
Liz.
again. I forgot. I forgot all about the main problem was one of my was my shoulder, my right shoulder, and I was doing some vacuuming today in one of the houses, and again I suddenly thought, oh my God, my shoulder's fine, but that was one of the other things I forgot. My shoulder's really good now.
Good.
And one of the other things was that I was going to say is that one of the things I find really helpful is that now I can correct myself, you know, after doing a posture alignment, and I know there's something a bit wrong, and then I can correct it straight away, and that is a really, really good thing.
Yeah.
It's a bit like a potter's wheel. I can, something goes a bit wrong even during the day, but even though I'm working, I can work on it while I'm working and correct it, and I think that's pretty amazing.
Awesome.
Very
Thank
cool.
you. iPhone, anonymous member has commented, my sleep has gotten so much better that my Apple Watch is asking me how I'm doing it. Uh-oh, the Apple Watch. Don't tell Ryan. Don't tell Coach Ryan. Right, Ryan?
Yeah, good thing they're anonymous.
He'd be like, take that thing off. Don't be wearing that. Somebody needs to watch EMF Rescue. Annette wants to know, what are your thoughts about getting colonics? For you or Ryan?
Oh, man. Well, when I first started my career, I was a detox specialist, and colonics were a very big deal. And enemas.
Yep.
And so I have quite a bit of experience with it. But in short, I would say not a bad thing once or twice in your life, but people get addicted to it. Believe it or not, people get addicted to it, and they start going all the time, and you're kind of playing with fire.
Yeah.
So I think it's a pretty good idea if you're a very overweight person, just to kind of start, jump things off a little bit. But you have to ask yourself, how good is a colonic unless you're fasting? Like, like if you're I used to get colonics when I was, doing 100-day juice fast, Like, wow, there's still stuff coming out. What was that? A worm? What was that? Because you see it fly by on the thing, It's like watching TV while there's a hose up your booty. And I used to think this was healthy, But I assure you, there's more testimonies now than there were then. So I don't really think it's needed. But Ryan, we haven't heard much from you because we have, we're letting the members talk. So do you want to get a colonic?
I have, and it did get stuff out that didn't come out after, 6 years doing all this healthy stuff. So I don't know if that plaque can come out another way. I always thought that it was the one way to get that stuff out, but you're saying fasting, like a fruit fast, would get it out too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Oh yeah.
I never did a serious fruit fast. Maybe I should. New Leaf is asking, what is colonics? It's colon hydrotherapy. They put a hose up your rump and put warm water through it, basically. And you do it with a practitioner, so it's safe because you don't ever want to enter the colon on your own. Some people on Instagram and stuff are talking about doing it by themselves. That's a no way. You do it with a professional. But it's on the more expensive end. And I mean, I think it's good to get that stuff out, just like you, Dr. Reese. I was looking like, is that a dead mouse coming out? Like, what's coming out? And
It's good to try if you want to.
felt nice and light after getting
Yeah.
all that stuff out. If there's another way to get it out, that's cool too.
He said
But I
dead
do know
mouse.
there are people that overuse it, especially when they don't have an overall healthy lifestyle. A lot of these detoxes and stuff, some people are compensating for their bad habits by doing these detoxes and stuff, and you're kind of wasting your time with that.
They're addicting. They're
Yeah.
addicting.
I know a nurse that uses them and she thinks it's like the cure-all be-all, which it isn't. It's just, you want to get things moving and do it a few times, go for it. But she does it like once a week. It's totally unnecessary.
Once a
For
week.
years.
Oh my gosh.
And I was the person that did them when I fasted too. And I bought my own board because I would do them myself. And yeah, totally unnecessary.
Yeah.
Maybe if you're in a serious condition, you're
Yeah.
overweight and you just got a sea monster diagnosis, or something real serious, some heavy duty digestion problem. Maybe not colitis because it'll be inflamed at that exact moment, but I don't know. I'm sure there's a time and a place for it. I know people who do it. I mean, practitioners and stuff, and it has a place in the alternative world. It's just
It has a place.
when you're not doing the whole package, any one of these individual therapies are only going to go so far, like massage and so on.
I think it goes hand in hand with fasting.
For sure.
Whether that's fruit fasting or whether it's water fasting or whether it's juice fasting, it goes hand in hand with fasting.
Right.
So I kind of have an interesting story.
Sure.
I'm part of the medical monopoly in that I'm a licensed clinician and I run a treatment center for kids and outpatient services, public mental health here in Appalachia. And I went into my treatment center a week and a half ago and I told them they weren't allowed to buy processed foods for the kids for breakfast. I went through the cabinets with the trash bag and I threw out Pop-Tarts and stuff and they all just looked at me like I was a nutwhacker. And I said, we need to start considering health. I'm like 61. I've been there almost 39 years. I don't even know why I haven't retired yet, but I thought, what are they going to do, fire me? No, because I'm the boss. So I just have started making up some nutrition things and posing the question to people as a part of our intake. So I changed our medical record for people to document what they eat. And I talked to the staff about having conversations with kids that come into our program about what they're eating in their diet, just to make that seem just as important. And probably 2 years ago, I hired a nurse practitioner who got certified in mental health. And we have like 900 kids who come through our clinic and only nine of them are on any kind of medication. And people always wonder why. And it's because I found someone in my camp. He goes to a functional doctor with his children. He's like barely 30. And so we're managing all these kids in rural America without using pharmaceuticals as a majority. And so I feel like that's a win. And I never had the courage to do that before. I mean, I did, but it's because everybody sees me as that lady who had a sick kid and she thinks everybody should be a health nut. And it's really not true. I just said, this is what we're doing. And then they went, okay. And so I had people asking me more questions. So I'm like, do you have Facebook? There's this guy you need to watch on Facebook. And that's all I said. So, but it's interesting. It's like I didn't care anymore. I mean, I always used to felt like I was on my own, and now I'm like, you know what? I'm a boss. I'm just gonna say we're not having Pop-Tarts and crap like this here. Get some bananas or something.
Right.
Don't give them that stuff. And they were like, okay.
Yeah.
So Just thought I'd share that. It's the little things sometimes that we think
Yeah,
we can't.
yeah, no, good for you. And we're gonna be rolling out our children's division hopefully soon. So we'll have to keep you updated on that.
I would love that. That's amazing because I feel like I'm a pioneer out here by myself with the drug epidemic, and they expect people who've come off of drugs to like take all this crap, and I pour into people and say, no, you just need to heal. You need to get better.
Right.
And I don't know. Anyway, I'm not going to take up time, but I just thought I'd share that. No more Pop-Tarts in my treatment program, but anyway.
Thank you for sharing, Lori.
Yeah.
Coach Sean, have we completely abandoned the peakers and the seekers?
No.
I mean, we're 52 minutes in and we haven't gone to Facebook, TikTok, YouTube, Instagram at all. Are we divorced with them?
You're asking me?
You're probably curious, what's going on? What is this?
Most of them were supporting what you were saying, especially in the beginning when you were saying like basically you're your own healer. You're your own practitioner, and they were agreeing and sharing their stories.
Yeah. All right. Well, to all the peakers and seekers out there, when are you going to be ready?
Most of them want to know how to get started.
Well, you got to read the Red Book or read Peace Over Pain, and then that qualifies you to hop on the phone with us. But, you know, we don't want to hop on the phone with people that aren't serious. And if you're not ready to read a book or listen to a book, you're definitely not serious. So, there's that. Yeah.
Mary would like you to explain the fruit fast. What is a fruit fast?
Well, it's usually a mono fruit. It's usually grapes or melons. And it's not something that I recommend in the beginning of your journey. It's usually something in your journey. It's pretty much what it is for a certain amount of time.
It's another thing that people take too far.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. For sure. I did.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I lived on melons for like 6 weeks. Grapes. Yeah, I've done a lot in my early days.
So how many watermelons a day?
What?
Well,
I'm just curious.
2.
Okay.
Yeah.
Watermelon?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Or you juice it because you can juice the rind too. Yeah.
You can juice the rind of a watermelon
Oh, yeah.
as long as you wash it first.
Sure. Yeah.
So you must have went to the grocery store with like 10 melons in your cart, right?
Oh, all the time.
Oh, okay.
Or I go to a party and, you know, you cut the melon in half and then you got 2 bowls. You just flip it over, you take the spoon and you walk around with the melon. And you just eat like that and people are looking at you crazy. There's pictures of me, you know, with a melon, you know. But those are the old days.
It does give you a lot of energy when you're doing it.
Oh my gosh. Yeah, it
Yeah.
does. It
You're like,
does.
"Whoa." Yeah.
It does. It does. I mean, we came from a culture where, like, you know, the melon is like a sign of respect. Like, you bring the melon to the teacher and you're like,
Like the
they're
sacred
like,
cow.
no, it's a pretty wild culture.
Dark
It's-
grapes.
Yeah, it's the new hippie culture basically. The fruit, yeah. But you know, then you watch people start dying, and you're like, you know, maybe this isn't the way to go, you know.
Yep.
And,
Did you eat the seeds? Tim Tang wants to know.
yeah.
The papaya seeds. There was a parasite. Remember that?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
Goodness. Anybody else have anything to share? We have a few minutes left.
I have a comment on the year commitment thing if we're if everyone else has made their comments.
Sure.
From the coach side, I got real tired of trying to help everyone. You know, my heart is in this business because I had health problems. I fixed them. So I said, you know what, I'm going to help anyone that I can. But with that mindset, you get tons of people wasting their own time and wasting your time. You know, you get people who will do something for a month or take half of your advice for a month. You hear from them 3 months later. You got to start back at square one. It's very annoying. And it's disheartening too, because, you know, again, I got into this to help people, and these people have serious problems many times. And so you don't hear from them for 3 or 4 months. I feel bad for you, right? But being in the membership, you're committed to that year. I honestly feel bad for anyone who's not committed to it, because I know doing this freelance for so many years that if you're not committed, it just doesn't matter. Nothing's going to happen. You know, so you put that commitment down first. That is the golden ticket. You will follow up with it. You will follow through with it. I will hear from you in less than 3 months. You know, most of the members, I'm hearing from them every week, getting updates every week, updating their file every week. They're actively involved in it, and they're getting awesome results. There is always going to be some easy cases out there, you know, in the peaker and seeker land. I was an easy case myself, you know, but you can't count on those. And even still, people who do get good results kind of up front, like me, in less than a week, most of my problems disappeared. Awesome. It still took years to sort out the other things, the minor things, the things you don't even think about when you have a disease. And you don't think about the minor little things. It took me years to sort those out. So yeah, a year is an excellent initial commitment where you should fix the main problems at least. And you should learn enough where if you haven't already gotten rid of the minor things, you can keep working on them with the tools that you've been given. You know, as members would know, it can be kind of complicated on what decision to make, you know, at each juncture in their journey, but there isn't that many tools. There's quite a lot of tools in the toolbox we got, but it's not that many. It's still a limited amount. And a lot of them are honestly, they're helping their friends and families now. And it's only been a few months. We've only been doing the nutrition class for just over 4 months now. And a lot of them, I think they know more than their doctor. And when it comes to nutrition, yeah, on the coach end, you know, people get like 15 minutes with their doctor maximum, right? And to me, it's just like, why would you want to be a doctor? How are you going to get results like that with a 15-minute meeting? And then
there are no results. That's the scam of the whole thing.
Yeah.
That's the funny part about it.
But even from like a nutrition consultation, you know, and someone mentioned it earlier, you know, you got to pay $150, $250 or something for the meeting, and it's only periodic. Maybe you get a few, maybe you buy a little package. It's not the way to get results. The way to get results is to commit, and we have the program where we can constantly pivot if we need to, constantly update, have that community there so people can, you know, maintain confidence even when they're not getting results, because that's key too, right? People give up on things when they're not fully committed. They go to the gym a few times and they say, it's not for me. You know, but if you had to pay $1,000 for your gym membership, you're going to go. And you're going to get the results in a year.
Yeah.
If you show up 5 times a week, it's a guarantee.
And we're not even charging a lot.
My gosh, no.
I mean, it's just crazy. Like, it's just wild what we're given, and eventually people will catch on. Yeah. I see Catherine's asking, "Where's Coach Karen?"
She's in some other country.
She's fired.
No, we would never. Coach Karen's amazing.
She's with her husband on vacation. Yeah.
Yeah. She'll be back.
She'll be
soon.
back. And she
Couple
will
weeks.
be there in person June 7th.
Yeah.
She's my little operations manager. She'll manage the whole thing precisely.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Felicia was saying she did the math and it's less than $3 a day for the program or close to it.
Yeah. Let's see.
Wow.
Yeah. Well, yeah, about $4 with the new price, but yeah. So, for those that got in early, I mean, you got yourself a good deal. So, yeah, we're going to roll out some more opportunities somewhere down the line. Some more advanced opportunities. So we'll see. There's a lot coming down the pike. I always keep a lot. Tamara knows. Always keep a lot coming down the pike. And sometimes an idea doesn't manifest for a whole year. So, all right. It's been a pleasure. Truly a pleasure. I can't wait to see many of you June 7th. It's a special day. I ordered the food today, so pour for free.
What is it?
Well, I don't want to say.
Is there dessert?
No dessert. Well, there's some fruit. You can make that dessert, I suppose. But anyway, June 7th, really looking forward to it at our little secret location. And like I said, it's the last one for the public. Last one for the peekers and the seekers. So we're all membership from here on out. Safer that way too. Security's expensive, man. So, yeah, if only you could see that threat that came in with the head.
Recently?
Yeah.
With a head? What do you mean?
I was talking to Levi, sorry. Had something to do with head. Let's just put it like that.
Head on a platter?
Something like that.
Oh boy.
Keanu Reeves.
People are so sick and
Yeah.
they're just so.
Yeah, and there's so many people trying to scam others with my identity, and they're.
Right.
I forgot what platform it is, but if you type my name in, you'll see a ton of accounts.
Yeah, FB or TT.
Yeah, and they're very slick with it, and they'll use like the same photo, and they'll change the name by like one letter, and you know, at a first glance you don't see it.
I saw something on a Facebook, I think today. I was scrolling and it was a book that they said it was Barbara O'Neill.
Mm-hmm.
That was not her face. I don't think it, but it's like, boy.
Yeah, they do it with all of us, and yeah, it's just
We're doing a lot of praying over here on this out here side for you and the crew here.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you all so much. And we'll see you. Well, I'll see you next Tuesday. And tomorrow's another live stream every day. Those that show up, man.
Is Ryan right after this today at 7?
No.
My secret private meeting, yes.
Yeah, okay.
And you can join if you got that link. If not, I'll put it in the chat right now. And yeah, we're going to be live tomorrow on all these same platforms.
Okay, put it in.
I think it's me and Coach Sean will be at 2 p.m. Eastern time, I believe.
Yep.
Nice.
Tomorrow, 2 p.m. Oh my gosh. You guys are going to have to private message me. My brain doesn't
That'll be on all the platforms. It'll be on the Facebook and the YouTube.
Okay.
And the
Yeah, that's a
Rumble and all
peeker. That's a peeker and seeker live stream.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so like the people who ask, what's the best type of calcium here? What do you think about bioidentical hormone therapy? That's the kind of stuff we can answer tomorrow.
Yeah, oils,
Oils.
gluten. You're gonna get asked about ivermectin 30 times.
Yeah. What about parasites? I thought everything was caused by parasites. How come you're not talking about parasites?
Right.
Yeah, peekers and the seekers, man. What are you gonna do?
So how do I save, Ryan, how do I save this thing here? Do I have to write that all down?
No, that would be hard to do. I can email it to you.
Okay, thank you.
You can take a picture of it too with your phone.
Oh,
Well, then you have to type it all out though.
Oh. Oh, he's gonna send it to my email. That's okay.
All right, guys. Thank you so much.
Thank you, everybody.
We'll talk soon.
You're all very